So you have to tell me, at what point in overtime did fatigue actually set in for you?
I think it was I was sitting in the locker room after the second overtime. It's kind of like picking my nails, doing a little nervous habit that I have, and my hands started cramping up, and it kind of locked in position, and I kind of quickly had to massage my hand and twiddle my fingers around. But we've worked hard for this. Our strength coach did a great job all summer getting us ready for any circumstance, and I think I drank about 6 or 7 bottles of Gatorade throughout the whole game. So, credit to our strength coach for keeping us ready for that.
Well, how does it feel for you? You win Player of the Year last night. Tonight you win here in overtime. Tomorrow you'll be playing for your very own Hockey Championship.
Yeah, it's a cool feeling. It's exciting, but we know the work isn't done yet, and we got another game to play tomorrow. So we'll have 3 games on the weekend instead of 2.
It's definitely excitement at first, and obviously they called it no goal on the ice. So the long review, you're a little nervous, and then when they said it was a goal, it was more of a relief at that point.
When did the fatigue actually set in?
Oh man, maybe the second OT. I think both sides you could tell. Like after every shift, you're shaking your legs out and trying to drink as much water and Gatorade as you can just to stay hydrated and not cramp up out there.
Yeah, we just we had good energy in between periods. The guys were feeling it. That second overtime, I thought we really played well in that second overtime. And we got to give Boyle a lot of credit. Kind of held him in there. So we had good energy. We had at one point, we were down to 2 centers because we had 2 other guys cramping up, in the locker room. Saraceno took some minutes at center, and it was just kind of, go on the fly. But it was, there was definitely a big time, like even the last play is a bad turnover by us, So it's just, there was a lot of fatigue factor, and but they were fatigued also, and we had our cracks, and they had theirs, and I know after the fifth period there, we had 108 shot attempts, and you got to tip your hat to Boyle.
Sure, we're very excited to be moving on to the championship game. Obviously, it was a good couple of games out there. There's a lot of momentum shifts to navigate, and I thought the guys did a good job of staying with the process, and in the end, I got the game winner, so we're very excited. Yeah, there's no question you do some line shifting. We didn't have a whole bunch of guys cramping up, but just trying to get fresh legs, and we played mainly 3 lines for the first game, and I had to throw in the 4th line quite a bit for the second, so it's part of the deal. I'm glad we had depth because it helped us in the end. Things I've learned. You can feel the lines start to tremble, washing what you know out to sea. You can see your life out the window tonight.
Oh yeah. I think it was my brother made a really good play in the entry. He got it from Gods, and I saw the D was going to lay down, so I just had to pull it back out of his reach, and then I just tried to get a shot off on net.
Well, what's it like with going up against BC? I mean, you've already faced them this year, but they kind of had their number on you, but now it's a little bit of a revenge tactic?
Oh, it's always fun playing that team like that. They're probably considered the elite in college hockey, so going against that kind of competition is always just fun to prove yourself, and it's all it's going to be a good game, so you got to bring your A game. So we always look forward to that.
It's been a long time since Eastern has seen any playoff action here at the Garden. What did Coach Madigan have to say to you all before the game to get you all excited?
Well, he didn't have to say much to get us excited. After the turnaround we had this year, everyone was more than fired up for this game, but he just kind of told us to stay in the moment and enjoy everything that's happening around us, because you can't really look ahead or it'll go by too fast. So that's really his message to us during this time.
Yeah, I'd like to take credit for a lot of that, but honestly, it didn't take much to rile those guys up. We got a whole ton of leaders in that dressing room, starting from the seniors all the way down. Our freshmen aren't freshmen anymore; they're leaders as well. So we just wanted to come out and prove something, and we weren't surprised. We just knew that we had to play our game, and hopefully the result would take care of itself, and it did.
Well, I mean, you've been on this hot streak for a while here in Northeastern. What have you been doing to keep the momentum going? It seems like from game to game, it just seamlessly carries over.
Yeah, we're just focusing on the little things, and we've kind of established the things that make us a better hockey team, and we try and bring that into every game. So when we're sticking to our identity, sticking to the process, we're getting the results. So we don't try to waver from that and just play simple hockey and then bring it into the next game.
I think
First, I was very impressed with the way Northeastern played. They were gritty. They were determined. They just were a very impressive team from my perspective. I thought our club played well, but we weren't really sharp. Especially on breakouts and coming through the neutral zone. I think that was kind of our Achilles heel. We had two real major turnovers during the course of the game that they capitalized on, but they took advantage of a turnover and scored a goal. Despite that, I thought we battled back in the third period, and we're trying to get a goalie pulled for a 6-on-5, and we got a late penalty call against us, which prevented that chance with 3 minutes left in the game. I was trying to think, I had one timeout left. I was going to take it and try to get set up to 6-on-5, and unfortunately we took a penalty there. So didn't get enough shots on goal from our offense either. I think halfway through the third period, I think it was like 14 shots on goal, and that's not enough for our team.
Tonight is the last night of the midnight service on the T, so any of you guys need a lift home, you can come on our bus. We'll get you back. Obviously excited. I thought it was a tremendous hockey game. Our kids played hard. They were resilient. They showed a lot of resolve. We lost a player early in the second period. A defenseman, Garrett Cockrell, with a broken finger. We had a couple other guys, who just gutted it out, and couldn't be more proud of this group of young men. Not just because where we started from and where we are now, but just the game tonight, and to beat a Boston College team that's a very good team in this environment and venue, to give ourselves a chance to win a championship tomorrow. I'm thrilled for them. I thought it was a good game. I liked, we had some chances in the first and second period. We capitalized. We got a little bit loose in and around the net, and a lot of that is because of Boston College is so good around the net. And then at the end, they kept on coming. We made it, 5-3. We knew they were going to get that fourth. We were hoping it was going to be later on in the third, not as quick. And then I liked the way our kids battled back, and then we were able to get a couple power plays and just running it out at the end of the game. So thrilled that we're in the championship game, and we'll get some rest and come back here very shortly and get ready, hopefully win the championship. Yeah, no, I'm keenly aware. And the players are too. We just don't talk about it, Mike. To the players, they're looking for out-of-town scores. We're the late game, right? So by the time our game started, almost every game in the East, the 2 ECAC games were complete, and the second game in the West was second period into it. So we know, but at the end of the day, this league is such a great league. It's hard to win. It's hard to get to a hockey Final Four. It's hard to win a championship. We want to win a hockey championship. The NCAA tournament is great, and obviously we want to get there, but we want to win this. This is the SEC of football, this league. And if we can win a hockey championship, that's a great accomplishment. And this is a great league with great universities, and we put a premium winning this league. And if we can win it, that takes care of the national tournament.